I suppose it's, with all of us, it's a great temptation to go along and save as much time as you possibly can when you want to buy something, and that's where mail order comes in. But we have to warn you about mail order rip-offs. Well, when I say we, certainly this next guest, delightful lady whom I've interviewed and worked with, I would suppose, over 5 or 6 years on radio, but always by phone. I have never met her. I can't wait to see her. She's from Choice magazine. Please welcome Jan Nary. We have proposed to each other on the phone, haven't we?
And worse.
And we've said all dreadful things to each other. We've romanced on the phone, and yet we've never met. I got you some chocolates.
Oh, good.
And I got you some champagne.
And I thought chivalry was dead.
I hope the brands are okay for you, are they?
They're fine.
The reason I say that is Jan has been with Choice magazine now for 37 years. And how long?
What?
How long have you been?
Just over 15 years.
That's a long time,
just
isn't
over
it?
15 years.
And she, of course, is an expert in the brands that are right and the brands that are wrong. And also today, she's going to be an expert on the rip-offs that can occur with mail ordering. What are the big traps, Jan, you beautiful creature?
Oh, God, now he's thrown my concentration, something dreadful.
What are the traps?
The problems with mail order is you can't always tell what you're going to get. And sometimes you get complaints about the picture made it look fantastic, but the product you actually got in the end wasn't nearly as good as that. The biggest complaint about mail order is delays. Now, strictly speaking, once they've got your money in your order, they should send you the product within 28 days. If they can't do that, they should write back to you and say, there's been a delay, the shipment's held up, we've sold out something. Do you mind waiting, or do you want your money back? But often that doesn't happen. So there are problems there. Most of the mail order companies that operate today are legitimate. There are a lot of very legitimate operators.
What about the nasty ones and the dreadful things they do?
Well, they're the bad ones, and that's the problem, of course, picking the sharks from the fair dinkum ones. And there have been some classic rip-offs in the past. One of them, I remember, was for $10. You sent away $10 and you were going to receive a bottle of magic earth from a centre of great religious significance. Now, they didn't tell you where the centre was. They didn't even tell you what the religion was. I mean, it could have been Buddhist, Hindu, Christian or whatever. And that's what you got for your $10. I mean, you could have probably made it into a very small terrarium if you'd been so inclined.
$10 worth there.
$10. And they really do get people on that sort of mystical magic. There was another one.
People are very gullible in that area, aren't they?
I think we are, Bert, but I think the reason people get hooked a lot is because we're honest. Most of us are honest, and honest people assume that other people are honest and think, OK, if they say that this is a piece from Egypt that has mystical powers and it only costs $15, maybe it is. The guy who sent off for that one got that.
What's that supposed to be again?
It's a piece, they didn't specify what, a piece from Egypt with mystical powers. Now, watch it, Bert, you might turn into a frog, I don't, you know. Maybe the curse of Tut will come down.
The curse of who?
Tut.
Of Tut. You'd find that anywhere in Australia,
Of course you would. Of course you would.
Oh, no, hang on. Made in Taiwan.
I didn't see the small print.
What else have you got?
The other one, another classic one that was operating for a while was send us $10, and most of these are $5, $10, $15, so you don't have to agonise about can you afford it. It's a reasonable amount. Send us $15 and we will show you how to cut all of your bills in half.
What do you get?
For your $15 you got that.
Well, for goodness sake, be careful of mail ordering. I'm told that you're leaving Choice magazine after 15 years.
Oh, 37 years.
Where are you going?
I am too. I'm going to Queensland and I'm shifting to the other side of the microphone and I'm getting my own radio show.
Isn't that terrific? It was just going through my mind. My former radio partner, Mickey de Stoop, would be thrilled to know at last we have met. She's doing radio beautifully in Newcastle on the ABC. You're going up to Queensland, so I wish you well with it, Jan. And I'm so pleased after all these years, at last we met.
Same here, Bert.
Jan Nary, ladies and gentlemen. And you're allowed to buy Choice magazine for a little while longer, and then you've got to listen to radio in Queensland, listen to Jan Nary.